Hello, welcome to Isasnora Snores by Carol L. Power, published by Black Rose Writing. Here, we take snippets from the book and bring them to life. Last time, King Level, a bright, plump, orange slug, was in Isasnora's tree. He had a soft voice, and it took his words a long time to reach Isasnora's ears. Zeynep, a mouse, arrived to translate for King Level. They all became good friends. On this day, her birthday, her two friends are nowhere to be seen, so she decides to wait outside her cottage for her grandmother, aunt, uncle, and cousins. Let's take a peek to hear what happens. Since her family has been exiled for 10 years, Isasnora does not know her three cousins, Lemonella, Ebron, or Gozelinus. When they all arrive in the forest, Isasnora has no idea how to entertain them, so she tells them all about the Black Cave and the dangerous dragon. Isasnora regretted telling them about it because all they wanted to do was to visit the dragon's cave. Her father, however, had forbidden her from going there. The family was eating dinner as Isasnora was thinking of ways to change her cousins' minds. Ebron broke into her thoughts and said,
"You gotta show us where that dragon lives. I'm gonna kill it."
Kill it? How come? It did nothing to you.
Lemonella looked up from her stew. A mustache formed over her lip.
Everybody knows that's what you do with dragons. Kill them.
What if the dragon is innocent?
You're a Nitwinnie. Nitwinnie. That's a perfect name for you. There's no such thing as an innocent dragon.
It's my birthday and I want to play hide and seek. We shouldn't go too far away because Aunt Gertrude said you'd be leaving soon.
Gozelinus, Isasnora's youngest cousin, pushed his face into hers. He was so close to Isasnora that she saw a putty-colored booger in his nose. She said nothing about it, but turned her head away. Gozelinus said,
"You're afraid, aren't you?"
Ebron was craftier than his younger brother and said,
"If you don't take us to that cave, we'll tell your parents you did something terrible, and you won't get your birthday gifts."
Isasnora looked at Lemonella, then Ebron, and finally Gozelinus. Birthday presents would not matter if the dragon burned them to pieces. What if the dragon was there, she thought. But then again, the dragon was not there the day she and her father went. Mustering up a tiny piece of courage that she found in her pinky toe, she said,
Come on, follow me.
Twigs snapped and leaves rustled as the children pushed through the dense wood. Even though Sir Calum had told Isasnora to stay away from the cave, she had to prove to her cousins that she was not afraid. She stopped when they neared the black opening. It reminded her of a mouth screaming wide in terror.
Here it is. The dragon might be gone because sometimes it flies over the forest.
Have you ever seen it?
Maybe.
Maybe? You either see it or you don't.
If you're so sure, why don't you go inside and check it out?
Ebron and Gozelinus picked up long sticks as if they were swords. Gozelinus shoved his head partway into the black hole and shouted,
"Come out here and fight!"
Shh! You don't want to wake it up.
Come on and fight! Come on, dragon! What are you afraid of? Come on!
Humph. Isasnora was just fibbing, and I had to miss Charlotte's birthday party.
Lemonella stomped away. Her brothers dropped their sticks and followed her. Isasnora's shoulders slumped. This was not how she wanted to celebrate her 10th birthday. She missed Mongoose dearly and wondered whatever happened to Level and Zeynep. She never had to impress those friends, but her cousins demanded she do and say things that were against her nature. There was no way she would ever impress them. She looked back at the cave.
If you're in there, you could have at least puffed out a little smoke.
Behind her cousins she marched, and failed to notice the blazing yellow eyes the size of saucers, glaring out from the darkness. What was lurking in the cave? Was it a dragon? Would it come out and get the children? Would this be Isasnora's last birthday? Join us next week and we'll find out. You may purchase the entire book of Isasnora Snores at Black Rose Writing, Barnes & Noble, and Amazon. I'm Elizabeth Power, your narrator. Thank you for listening. Cheers.